It's time.
Hello, everybody, and yes, Hap, be first. Be first every time, every day, because yes, it means you're here, and we're really loving seeing you here, buddy. It's good to have you back around. All right, well, as you can see, Marvel Strike Force exclusive stream today because, EA, Capital Games, whoever you want to fucking blame, still nothing. Still nothing. Still nothing. So, gonna be patient. I'm not gonna pull the trigger on anything, but at the same time, I'm also, I'm getting to the point where my guild is being negatively affected by me not being there. I'm missing all the fucking Datacron farming for Conquest. I'm missing the Balin event, which a lot of people in my guild are telling me Balin is good, but he's not all that. So like they're like, don't freak out too much about Balin. So we're just gonna see what happens. I do have the other account that I can continue playing and and do Galaxy Hero stuff over there, but I'm just not sure that I would want to give support to Galaxy Heroes if they're if the powers that be or whatever aren't gonna fucking help out people, and I think that's a reasonable expectation that, like, hey, if you're going to run a game, if you're running a service that people are paying actual fucking money for, that there should be some level of expectation about, hey, if that person needs help, they should get it in a swift, timely, and easy fashion. And literally none of that is happening. So, for now, we're just going to keep plugging along and hope things work out. And if they do, fantastic. If they don't, well, then that's that. And then I'll decide if I'm going to continue to have a future in Galaxy Heroes or not. But again, it really makes it hard for me to want to support them if they're not going to support us. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, so we've got a lot of stuff going on today in Strike Force. Battleworld is starting in 15 minutes, which is amazing. I do know WWE, but you're talking like I'm an old school kid who grew up with like Hulk Hogan and all that. So, I do have... Do I know the Boogeyman? The Boogie... yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched a WWE thing in years. I follow it peripherally. Like, I pay attention to when they talk about stuff. He was 2005. That would have been about the time when I stopped really paying attention. But yeah, I was definitely a giant WWF kid. And WCW back like when I was in high school and like the WCW New World Order shit was going on. What a great fucking time for pro wrestling. Cause yeah, dude, that New World Order stuff, and then like when WWF bought WCW and they were like having the inner organization rivalry, it was just amazing. It was great time for wrestling. Great time for wrestling. And we had people like Goldberg, like in the 90s when Goldberg showed up and he went like 300 wins in a row or some like just insane. And a guy to see a guy that big and muscular and that athletic, like he was like the prototype for the next generation of wrestlers that started following behind him. And of course Stone Cold and The Rock and Shawn Michaels and Undertaker and all those guys, everybody that was to me probably the golden age of pro wrestling. I know it's great now and I know they're doing awesome things, but yeah, from like 83, 84 to like probably 98, 99, 2000, golden age of wrestling. Like just unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. Um but like where I grew up, we would get smaller WWF and WCW shows coming through, like the house shows, not the ones that were on TV. But I did go to a couple of those when I had the opportunity, and like I got to see Ric Flair and The Undertaker and Randy Savage and God, who else did I see? Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, the Steiners. I got to see a bunch of like legit pro wrestling legends like wrestle. Mark Henry, yeah, dude, Mark Henry's a beast. Like, not just a beast. Oh, and Darth Sealot, thank you for the subscription, my friend. I appreciate you a lot. Um, yeah, Goldust, Corey Rhodes, um, Dusty Rhodes' son. A legacy guy and insanely talented. Insanely talented. He's been in the game for a long time. Yeah, Mark Henry, like legit powerlifting athlete, and then became a pretty decent pro wrestler. Goldust was very creepy. Goldust was very, very creepy. Look up the boogeyman, he says. Okay, let's look up the boogeyman. I don't mind talking pro wrestling. Um I legitimately have a love for pro wrestling. Boogie. Let me see, my keyboard's behind my iPad. Boogeyman WWE. Here we go. The Boogeyman Wikipedia. Here we go. His real name is Martin Wright. He is an American pro wrestler and fitness instructor. I mean, goddamn, dude's fucking jacked. He's 60 years old, and he is more ripped than I have ever been. Um, so yeah, Boogeyman with Teddy Long defeated Eric Bischoff. Okay. Um, yeah, this guy is this guy's got quite the illustrious career. Yeah, wow, crazy. I don't remember any of this stuff around him though, but again, about the time that he would have been a thing was about the time that I wasn't really able um to watch wrestling that much, like watch his intro. Oh, the Battleworld store is in? Okay, well, I have to do Cosmic Crucible, but let's. Where is the. Here it is, the Battleworld store. Wow, Thanos Endgame. Gore, Hank Pym, T3s. That's excellent. I'll watch his intro. I promise, but good stuff here in the Battleworld store. Okay, well let's hammer out Cosmic Crucible and the Dark Dimension attempts, so we can take a look at Battleworld. I didn't think it was starting this soon. I didn't think it was going to start until the day reset it, like in like 2 more hours. But hey, the fact of the matter is, if it's up and running, we're going to be up and running with it. Okay. All right. Raid on Crucible. They threw Hive Mind in instead of Spider Society, which I guess is a good thing. No, those are the actual ISOs. Those are the actual ISOs, not the orbs. So like you can actually buy a little bit. It looks like there's one for each character type: blaster, brawler, controller, protector. I mean, you're not going to be able to outfit a whole character in a day. Is there an orb section? Yes, there is also an orb section. So you can get orbs or you can get it straight from supplies. So it's just T3 orbs, and then supplies has some character shards. But yeah, I mean, considering I'm like 147 from a 7-star Thanos, that's pretty exciting. You know, that's pretty exciting. Hank, I maxed out. Orbs well, we can find out real easy. Go to info, left pillar. Left pillar has a chance to drop that stuff. 1 to 3, 20%. So you have an equal chance for all that. Center pillar, same thing. Right pillar, same thing. Okay, so yeah, it's no currency. No currency. It's just the actual ISOs. But I think I'm probably a safe assumption that there's going to be a better sort. I think you might get the currency from Battleworld. But we'll find out. Let's knock out as much as we can in this Cosmic Crucible. They are this Spider Society team is fucking stacked. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Gosh, okay. We're probably going to have to go pretty heavy on this team, and I'm not even sure these guys are going to be enough. But we'll find out. Got Paviter's big damage out of the way, so that is always a fucking plus. Penny. And there we go. Pretty easy win. I mean, Battle. I don't think Battleworld will disappoint. What I hope it's not is a pay to win thing. More than this game already is a pay to win thing. I hope it's got a decent level of free to play accessibility. Yeah, I did read that about the little boogeyman. The little boogeyman. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Some of the fucking gimmicks that they do for these guys are just insanity. It's just pure insanity. Pure insanity. Okay. Well, let's see if. Well, hang on a second. They didn't really put a mutant team down, so I'm kind of wondering. They use their raid team. I use mine. Theirs is obviously a little more stacked, but mine's a little newer. Are you talking to me, Graxy? Okay, well, hang on. Let's see. It's in. I didn't know that there was a Battleworld channel. Where? Why am I not seeing the Battleworld channel? Okay, I'm burning time in this battle. So yeah. Okay, so they're not working. Orcus isn't gonna work. Okay. Okay, go to my ping in my server. Okay. Battle World. Okay. Okay, focus on your combat missions first, and then do Spec Ops later. Okay, we won't touch Spec Ops. Yes, the animations in this game are kind of insane. Um, okay, I don't know that we're gonna want to fuck with this raid on Crucible thing anymore. These any raid team that gets. I mean, I could throw Extreme with Old Man Logan, but I think I'm gonna need. Mm, yeah, I don't know. This is. We'll see how Nowhere does against these guys today. Animations being excessive in this game are consistent with Galaxy Heroes. It's like one character will have an insanely long animation and then the rest won't, but here it's very consistent. All right, Red Hulk's gone, so we win. He just a bomb just like vanished, like no death animation. He just gone. Yeah, like battles in Marvel or in Galaxy Heroes rarely feel like they to me rarely feel like you're actually okay, you know what? Yeah, Galaxy Heroes timer is not a 5 minute timer. So what can we do about this? I could try Hive Mind with Super Scroll. I mean, we might be asking for trouble, but all right. Be getting clear Panda Pool and Deadpool here in a second. Hmm. It's going so well there for a second. All right. You know, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try Super Scroll here one more time. Like, here's the thing about Cosmic Crucible. You want to win. Of course, you want to win. You want to do your best, but it's also very low consequence. It's insanely low consequence. If you win early, you're still going to get good rewards just as long as you sign up, you know, as long as you participate. So it's not. All right. Well, we're gonna get there here in a few minutes. We're gonna get there here in a few minutes, or we're gonna try. At any rate, we're gonna try. Okay. Alpha flight. Not super worried about. Although maybe I should be. Okay. What can we do? God, I hate doing. I maybe should have done Old Man Logan with Extreme X-Men on the Spider Society and saved Apocalypse for this, but all right, good luck, Sauber. Well, I love how my Old Man Logan just gets to sit there and do nothing as their Old Man Logan gets every fucking turn in the game. All right, we're not going to worry about that node. We're just going to leave it go. We're just going to leave it. We'll clear out these other ones. Oh, I'm sure it's going to get harder, right? Like Battleworld's not going to just be like Gear 14 the whole time. Reaper says to do the battles we can, then dump what 5 tunes we have left into spec ops, which are apparently platoons. Okay, well that's easy enough, I guess. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And we can earn null shards out of this, right? All right, I think that's all I'm worrying about. For I have one more attempt, but what am I going to use? All right, let's. Of course, I have been doing this off stream, been making progress. I'm hoping today we finish this node, and then we're on the last node till and then we get to unlock Mephisto. And believe it or not, Super Scroll has been a giant pain in the ass. So I think what I want to do is get rid of all the other shit, and then hopefully we can just pile up on Super Scroll, even if it takes another attempt. But if we can get rid of everything else. Mm. All right, well, we'll come back. Yeah, I wish I would have bought more red stars for him before starting this, but it just all it means is that we're just going a little bit slower. My Pegasus is decent. My Astral, I mean, I've got some gear on some of those guys, but I haven't really done much. All right. Okay, we got ability block on him. Apocalypse should be getting his big hit very soon. This probably isn't going to kill him, but it should take him down pretty low. Damn it. All right, this should be it. Scroll should be dead. Hopefully. Yeah, all right. Woo! All right. To the last node. To the last node. So, Kang, some Nightcrawlers, a Spider Weaver, Mephisto himself, Quicksilver, couple of Quicksilvers. Let's just go ahead and pop. Just so we have a full team going in. Let's see what this is. Well, so the Dark Dimension guys that you're fighting are about tripled what a normal character has. Double to triple, depending on the age of the character and the power creep and all that other stuff. But it's a ton of health. It's a ton of health. Only 29 total enemies on this node, though, so that's not horrible. We really need to get Drax gone. Ooh, Nightcrawler, you bastard. And all right, that actually didn't hurt that bad. I thought that was going to be it for everybody. Damn. Okay, well, couple of days on this node at least. But, I mean, 92.31% progress. The end is in sight. We're getting there, friends. We're getting there. Let's see what we can... Why are we doing Doom raids? Just, Grax, do you know why we're doing Doom, out of curiosity? And not the other stuff? Okay. Well, Battleworld, we are seconds away. Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense. I didn't see anything and was kind of shocked that like we're doing fucking Battleworld or we're doing Doom 2. All right, so this pass is ending here in an hour and a half. Who do you think we're going to get? Zone 1 active. Okay. Enter. Okay, let's see what we got here. The Abyss Zone. Waves 0 of 19. Enter. City, Spider-Verse, Herald Mission Cosmic, Elite Mission or Astral or Pegasus. Okay. So I can do, let's just, bonus for Superior 6. Okay, well if there's a bonus for them, then that's who we'll use. This should not be a huge hardship for me. Let's go ahead and get the shocker. That's a lot of daredevils. Okay, so just like just like just like TB, you can only use each team one time a day to attack. Yes, we do have a 5-minute timer. And if you're one-shotting waves, you can multi-shot nodes. Right. If you fail, you can attack again. So that's kind of cool. So obviously, if you have a deeper roster, it seems like you're going to be able to go much farther. I mean, that is obvious, anyways. But the more characters at your disposal. Okay. Herald Mission Cosmic. Okay, so and this is the requires Astral or Pegasus. Well, luckily I've got decent Pegasus, so I might be able to get that done. Full Annihilators? Why not? Well, of course there are. Of course there are. Okay, let's here. I mean, it's going to be one of those things where people are going to need to. Uh huh. Uh huh. Okay. And you can add 10 total characters a day. So just like. I mean, I think we're going to have to obviously. There's going to need to be a. Some assignments handed down, probably. I think if I had to take a guess, we're probably going to need some coordination for this. But I can add Nova, and I'll add. You know what? I'll add Carnage. Screw it. Come on, Rescue, do something. All right. Rewards are sent at the end of the day, so that's kind of cool. Cleared. Okay. Well, that's Battleworld. That is Battleworld for the day. Um, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Um, definitely kind of a take on territory battle. Oh, it'll definitely get harder. It'll definitely get harder. There's zero doubt in my mind that it's going to get much more difficult. Um, Zone 2 unlocks in 5 days, 23 hours. So we get to spend a week in Zone 1. Is that how, or almost a week in 6 days in Zone 1? And then we can move on? Wait, hold on. Or you get enough points. Or is this, like, this graphic? This graphic is a little yeah, difficulty 5. Character level 100, gear tier 19, 7 yellow stars, 3 diamonds. These are minimum power recommendations. Enemy stats change. Plus 25 levels, 100 max. Plus 5 gear tiers, 19. Plus 6 star ranks. Plus 6 red stars. Plus 2 basics. Plus 2 to specials. Plus 2 to ultimates. Plus 2 to passives. Bonus rewards per wave are massive per boss kill, boss battle. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so we can earn null, but obviously the difficulty that we're doing this at will affect the speed. I suspect we'll be jumping up. Yeah, yeah. I suspect we'll be my guild at any rate will be jumping up. I mean, 60%. Yeah, I'm. You're probably not wrong. So like difficulty 4 maybe. Although difficulty 3 actually looking at it because yeah, I think difficulty 3 might be our target. God, that's a hell of an event though. I mean, I like it. I think it's long overdue for for a territory battle type event to come to the game. I think it's been a long time coming. These global leaderboards just, I mean, do these guys just buy the fucking currencies in the store just like I mean, this is nuts. This is nuts. 757,000 points and I have 23,260. Okay, battling in war with Undying. Complete one Spec Ops mission in Battleworld. That'll get us, I mean, a decent amount of points for that. Um, and maybe you're looking at 8,000, 2,000, so 10,000, 14,000, 20,000, 23,000, 28, 37, 47. I mean, there's not even 100K in points from the battling in war with Undying. So like it's capped. But yeah, no, these guys are 100% wailing on the orbs. They're zero should be zero down in anybody's head that these guys are spending money, and tons of money, especially this bomber guy Endgame 3000. They're fucking Godzilla. They're doing something. That's insane. In fact, here, hang on a second. We can go to the store. I'll check my milestones real fast. Bloop. Captain Britain? I mean, he could be. He could be. That would get anybody who buys the premium pass would get a 3-star unlock. But yeah, so the store. I mean, to me, they would do the event before they do the battle pass, just because I think that's where they get the most monetization out of it. Okay, so what's that? What's this milestone called? The Astral Voyage. Okay, so Astral Voyage. I am not, so I don't go super crazy. Oh, here we go. That's Cosmic Battle milestone points. Astral Voyage milestone points. Okay, so that guy has 700,000, which means he more than likely spent $700. Oh, wait, no, one purchase. So one purchase, 5 purchases, and 10 purchases, 6 purchases. I mean, there's quite a bit of, so you can get 100K there. He can get 140 or 45 there, another 100K there, another 50K. This Scarlet Witch one has got quite a bit tied to it. 36K times 20. Yeah, that guy spent a shit ton of money. That is insane. That is insane. To get triple diamonds for Captain Britain, pretty much guaranteed. That guy spent $1,000. That's just nuts. That's just nuts. Oh yeah, dude, that guy probably is probably spending a couple grand a month in Marvel Strike Force. If I had to take a guess, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But okay, so Battleworld, I was hoping there would be more to it on a day-to-day basis, as opposed to just hitting 6 nodes. Now, when can we up the difficulty? I guess is my big question. Oh, dude, if he's got the money and he can afford it, I don't give a shit what people spend their money on as long as it's legal and it doesn't harm people. I don't give a fuck. Um, I just hope he's not one of these people who's racking up tens and tens and tens of thousands in credit card debt for a mobile game that they could pull the plug on tomorrow. That's the thing. These games can be sunset with no notice to anybody at the drop of a hat. So, that's the only, like, I'm not judging the guy for spending money. I don't judge people for spending money. I spend money. Again, my concern is, or my only point of interest is, if the guy can afford it, fucking A, good for him. Fantastic. That's awesome. But if he's one of these guys that's just going into debt and barely making buys so he can be the top tits in Marvel Strike Force, I mean, good for him, I guess, but also it's going to end up bad for him. I guess I'm feeling a little burnt by my Galaxy of Heroes shit. But it is what it is. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I was hoping there was going to be more, like, we could spend a significant amount of time doing these on a day-to-day basis. We can preview the zones, though. So Astral or Pegasus seems to be villain and global. Okay. Bonus for Cabal. All right. Not bad. Mutant, obviously. Bonus for Alpha Flight. Okay. Mercenaries, Abyss requiring tuning to man long. Okay. I mean, there's not that many. It's not that many mercs in the game, but that makes me want to. Okay, I'll be fine. I'll be good. Yep, I'll be just fine. Oh, I can take him up to Gear 19. I can take him up to Gear 19. I should probably take him to level 100 just because I've got the money. I've got the training materials. I could take him to Gear 19. I could take... Not going to throw gear... Well, mercenaries are going to have different gear requirements than Mephisto, and I should get the vast majority of the gear I need for Mephisto from the event. Because he's Mystic, right? Yeah, he's Mystic. We'll go ahead and favorite him because he's going to be a thing soon. A mythic arch enemy, cosmic protector. So I could probably throw more gear at them, but I'm probably not going to throw more gear at them until... I mean, Alpha Flight, I should actually maybe take a look at. So I can upgrade Sasquatch. Can't upgrade Wolverine. I can upgrade North Star. Probably would be a good idea. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and upgrade him too. Let's just get it handled. We'll do these three, and that way, I would love to max out their abilities, but I'm saving those for Mephisto. I mean, my Alpha Flight 9 times out of 10 can full sim everything anyways, so it's usually not a big deal. But every now and again, I will drop a fight out of nowhere, and I'll just be like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. So, yeah, how many... We picked up a whole 500 or so of those, I think. Yeah, just a little over 500, 540. So I guess we'll see. Are there daily bonuses involved with Battleworld? Ba, 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 ba. Yes, there are daily bonuses. So we'll get a daily dump as long as we get to a minimum of tier 2. Hopefully we can get to like tier 4 or 5. So cool. All right. I mean, I'm not upset with the mode at all. I think it's fun. I just wish there was more to do on a daily basis. Yeah, I just, like those battles were short. Now, of course, if the difficulty were higher, it probably, they wouldn't have gone so easy, obviously. But yeah, it was just very quick, very very fast. I was hoping it'd last a bit longer, or there would be more to do. But either way, I'm not upset with it. I think it's fun. I think it's a long time coming event. I'm not going to worry about as long as I can keep using Pegasus, which I mean I should honestly probably take a peek at them too. But as long as I can keep using Pegasus, I'm not going to worry about Astral until I get my hands on those other guys. Now I'm sure at the higher levels, um, probably are going to need Astral. Oh God, my fucking Iron Man's not very well geared at all. Let's punch you up. I forgot I'd left him sitting there. Cosmic was the one I think I had the easiest time on. The Annihilators actually made that pretty easy. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. All right, we'll take her up to Gear Night just to be thorough here. Just to be thorough. Um, I mean that should give me some pretty good. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, it's a little late for me, but maybe next time around. Maybe next time around. Because I'm gonna have to do the timed mode here soon. I don't know what to tell you, babe. Um, I don't actually know off the top of my head. I did not do much with Doctor Strange in relation to the Secret Avengers because, or the Secret Defenders, excuse me, simply because he was replaced by Black Knight in Arena. Um, and he's Mystic. I could easily drop 10 levels on him, but it's this shit. It's this shit, you know? It's the maxing the abilities, but and Moondragon is probably Yeah, she's on par because, Infinity Watch has not been really relevant to me for a while. Oh, I'm not saying he's not important. I'm just saying I'm gonna get if I the long as long as I can get away with using Pegasus, I'm not gonna worry about Battleworld, um, or about the Astral team. There's just no point. There's just no point. If Pegasus is doing the job, I'll get the new team when I get the new team. When the new team becomes necessary, then that will dictate my actions at that point. But I mean, that's three characters right there that we don't even have in the game yet. So, I'm not super concerned about them yet because I'm not going to put them with Pegasus. I'm just not. And if Pegasus is doing the job for me, then what do I care? But can we? Okay, so the last tier is you fight Null. Three Null shards for a full clear on normal difficulty. So I'm wondering actually if that is if that's what the modifier in the difficulty is, the times thing. So if you look at difficulty times 30%. So if you're getting you'll get 4 shards instead of. Oh yeah, no, the Emma Frost one looks awesome. I'm glad they're doing a hero version of Emma because she's a villain in most things when she definitely has a very long history of also being a hero. And in current comics, she's actually Tony Stark's wife. But I'm wondering if that's what that times 30% means. So on normal difficulty, when we kill him, we'll get 4 instead of 3. And then if onwards and upwards, I guess. I'm not real sure. I think they need to give some clarity on this. Because if you're looking at you need a full clear to get 3 shards on normal difficulty. Well, sure, Astral won't just benefit Battleworld, but there's 3 characters for Astral that aren't in the game. I'm not going to worry about it until it's something I even need to consider. And I'm not going to throw gear at 2 characters that are just going to ride the pine. Yeah, it's all in preparation for Xavier. I've read all the stuff. Your arguments make total sense, but what I'm saying is they don't make sense right now because the team isn't in the game. When the full team is in the game, then we'll take a look at what needs to happen. But until then, I'm not going to worry about it. And my Moondragon and my Strange won't take much to get them in a decent spot, and then the other 3. I'm not going to do anything with a Mystic tag on it until Mephisto's done. When I have the first thing of Mephisto done, then I'll take a look. But I don't think the Astral team is something you need to rush for. Yeah, they're not going to help me in DD7 right now. I'd have to gear tier 19 them, which would take gear away from Mephisto. That is half my gold right there, plus over half my gold training materials just to get her to level 100, even look at the possibility of getting her to 19. It's just not the best use of my resources right now. I'm not arguing with that team. Everybody knows, for the most part, when a new team comes out, that new team is the shit. There have been some notable exceptions in recent years, but in general, typically, a new team is the top dog. But it just makes zero sense to chase Astral or to do anything with Astral right now. Yeah. And I mean, and mine aren't in a bad spot. If I wasn't looking at Mephisto, I I would take both of them to maybe level 95 today, 90, 95. Like 90 is not a horrible crunch. 95 hurts a little bit, but it's not bad. But I could easily, okay, so for 18 million and 1800 gold material, take them both to 95, get gear 18 on them. I mean, I can do this for basically free. Also, I'm wondering if if the Jarvis recommendation changed, or if she's still wanted as this. Nope, it's still, everybody's still, 83% are still rocking her as that. Yeah, that should be very awesome for him. And if I hadn't had the Annihilators up and running and where they're at, it would have been something I probably would have considered. Okay, so his recommendation, although his has dropped 78%, I'm sure that number used to be higher. So people who have invested into him for the purposes of Battleworld and the Astral are probably changing what his class is. But yeah, I mean, no doubt, Astral's going to be awesome. It's just, it makes no sense to be download. Come on, there she is. Yep, there's the White Queen herself. They did good. I like her model quite a bit. I wonder if she's going to have costumes. Because you see images of her with the hood up. Shadow King is a very, very odd one to me. But yeah, this is such an odd choice of character. But we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it for sure. Yeah, he is odd. He's a very, I don't want to use the words random character, but he's kind of a random fucking character, if I'm telling the truth. Very surprised that he made it to this game before a lot of other characters have. Very surprised. So Strange becomes Raider in the Astral team. Yeah, that makes complete sense to me. And Moondragon stays healer. See, that stuff, this will update. That Jarvis recommends stuff, which I think is it's an underrated feature in this game, especially when you compare it to games, similar games who you have to go to outside websites to get these kind of recommendations. Out of time. Out of Time is a pretty nasty team in war. Um, their power is still holding up pretty well. They're not insanely power crept yet. Um, I mean, this is not a team I enjoy fighting in war, especially if there's a strong Black Knight involved. So, and I had Cap and Captain Carter geared up already from, well, to an extent from Rebirth. But yeah, this is Cap's like third or fourth team already. Gotcha. Mood is Raider. Keep Strange as healer. Cabal, yeah, Cabal was kind of. I don't want to say they were built to be the counter, but yeah, Cabal is a very underrated team. It would be nice if they would give us two more people. I know it's a convenient home for Ares, and I mean, hell, I've seen some nightmare teams of Cabal, Super Scroll, and Ares. It's not a fun team to deal with, but it'd be nice if they gave us two more Cabal members just to round the team out. Like, I don't. There's not very many teams that are like that, but there are a couple teams where it's only three members. Um, which is odd in a 5-person team, but it does give you some flexibility with builds. You get to try out different combinations. See, and like Namor was kind of sort of loosely connected to these guys. I mean, Johnny and Sue are absolutely useless right now. Completely useless. They've been useless for a while. The Thing got put on the new Avengers, also fairly useless outside of war. Mr. Fantastic is doing fantastic in Illuminati, but he's not the. I mean, he's not the guy. He's not the guy. Yeah, Eternals and Spider Weaver. Yeah. Yep. You would get the. What was the Eternal? What were they called? Did they drop the tag? Tangled Web, that's right. The Tangled Web team. I forgot what it was called. Tangled Web was just these three, but then you threw them in with the two Eternals, and that was the arena meta. Yeah, that was when I was playing. That was the. This was pre-apocalypse. The Horsemen people were still working on the Horsemen, but this was the arena meta. These three with well, actually, Noir got dropped for Kang. If you had a Kang, you dropped Noir for Kang, and then it was Weaver in 2099, the Eternals, and Kang. That was the arena meta before Secret Defenders. And then Secret Defenders became Secret Defenders, Drop Strange, throw in Black Knight, and then Secret Defenders became throw in Old Man Logan for Photon, and then it became Annihilators with Mephisto, and there's a couple that are Annihilators with Odin, and Apocalypse and Super Scroll. It's been fairly it's been in a fair state of flux for a while. But yeah, they do. I wish they would round teams out. That's all I'm saying is I wish they would round teams out. There's plenty of people they could slap the Cabal tag onto. I use 4 Annihilators and Apocalypse. That's going to change when I get Mephisto. I'll probably end up, as much as I don't want to, I'll probably end up dropping Ultimus in favor of Mephisto. And then it'll be Gore, Thanos, Gladiator, Apocalypse, and Mephisto for my team. Seems to be the best combination. Honestly, I think we maybe would have gotten a full Eternals team if the movie had done better. Um, that's just one of those things. But Battleworld did not take us nearly as long as I thought it was going to. And we did Cosmic Crucible, DD7. We're gonna hammer through that in the next week. Hopefully, we're gonna hammer that out within the next week. That is my goal. And and we'll just keep plugging away with Battle World. I'm sure we're gonna have some adjustments on our guild side, difficulty wise, with all the other stuff. But Sam's gonna be home. Yeah, well, and even with the Eternals, like the Unlimited X-Men, were kind of, sort of, an off-meta thing if you didn't want to mirror, because, that's the unfortunate part about this game is, like, the meta is kind of the meta, and there's no off-meta, and, like, there's no modding to get around the meta, there's no weird combinations, you can either survive their shit and then overpower them or get killed. You know, like that's the unfortunate nature of the way this game is built, is that, you know, the meta is kind of locked in and you're either in it or you're out of it. I mean, Infinity Watch could do stuff with it, but in the arena, most people, it was just you were hoping to win the coin toss. The coin toss was whose Spider Weaver went first, which was kind of based on loosely whose Spider-Man 2099 went first. Because the way it would work is if your 99 went first, you could use his. Hang on, let me bring it back up. Just because it's been a while. You would use Shock and Awe, and you could ability block Spider Weaver. And then, so their Spider Weaver would only get to do a basic, and then your Spider Weaver could go ahead. Or you would use Shock. You know, there's a lot of different ways to go about doing it, but you more or less tried to shut down. Whoever Spider Weaver got to go first was going to win the fight. There was just no other way around it. Occasionally, if it was a much weaker version, you know, if they weren't nearly as strong, you might be able to pull out a win. But, you know, if Icarus got his double eye blast off on you, which means he killed somebody, you're probably fucked. But yeah, I never saw people using Infinity Watch in the arena. It was all mirrors, and then when people got Kang, they were able to get separation from teams without Kang, because if you could get your Kang to his ultimate, you were probably wiping out a decent chunk of the enemy team, given with all the other damage that's already been done. But oh, there's Sam. Teddy, you barking at them is not going to get him in the house any faster, buddy. Good lord, this dog. Yeah, Kang came out shortly. Like, the Masters of Evil team was being introduced when I was playing, when I started. And they were, I mean, an absolute monstrous dominant force in Cosmic Crucible. And they're actually still pretty decent in Cosmic Crucible. But there is a fall off. They're just like with everything, there's been a fall off. But Kang is still insanely powerful, insanely relevant, and a plug and play guy. You know, you look at Cosmic Tech Blaster. He can be dropped into a couple different teams. But yeah, that was the meta, and that was the stronger. If you had a super strong Kang, you had an advantage. And I mean, I haven't played real time arena in a while, but yeah, he's still on the ban list. This banned list has not been updated for a while. Um, it's been this for quite a while. But my favorite thing I used to do in RTA was I would do an Avengers team. I would do an Avengers team with Infinity Watch Thor, and then when Cap did his taunt, he fed ability energy, and Thor would get his ultimate right away, and he would just waste everybody back then. But then I never felt like he got the power levels he deserved, and then power creep hit the Nowhere team pretty hard, pretty fast. So that went out the window, but for a couple of months, that was what I would rock. That's what I would rock in RTA. Teddy got him in the stomach. Okay. Well, guys, I'm gonna get out of here and go see my kid. We'll do this again tomorrow, and I mean, if with some luck, hopefully with some luck, we'll have some news on the Galaxy Heroes thing. Yeah, about as fast as the Gungans in Galaxy of Heroes. About as fast as that. Yeah, about as fast as that. Yeah, and they push that Gungan team now. For the Naboo raid, the Gungan team is still tits, but they're the only team I trust on full auto. You know, I can full auto a 1.8 score, or I could when I had the fucking account. All right, guys, we'll be back for this tomorrow. We'll do the same thing. We'll do the same fucking thing, and hopefully, we'll have some good news on my Galaxy Heroes account by then. Oh, double smiles? Well, you had such a grim look on your face. Sammy, did you have a chicken patty? Reminder, you need to attend at least one meeting and volunteer at 2 events to qualify for a chance to be a field trip chaperone in the spring. I don't want to be a field trip chaperone. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Tomorrow, we'll find out. Hopefully there'll be some news. If not, we'll just keep plugging along, and we will adapt and overcome as needed. But you guys have a good one. Take care, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.